Big Bend and Panhandle should be especially prepared for a direct impact.
This hurricane will have tropical storm force winds in excess of 250 miles from the center.
Tropical Storm Helene is gaining strength and expected to become a hurricane later this morning, potentially a major Category 3 storm before making landfall tomorrow.
People are prepping their homes, and a wall is going up around a hospital in Tampa. Both Florida and Georgia have declared states of emergencies, and the storm could rapidly intensify today as it moves over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico.
All right, senior meteorologist Scott Withers, you're in store for a busy end of the week. You're watching all the latest here, and we were kind of talking before we got on the air. There is plenty of time and warm water for this thing to get as strong as forecast, if not stronger, which is frightening.
I'm kind of concerned about that because it's got to go through the entire Gulf yet. And that's water's really warm. And we keep focusing on Florida. Yes, Florida's up first, but this is going to be a problem. It is going to be a monster storm, windshield 400 miles wide. It's going to hit Florida, major hurricane, Cat 3, but this storm is going to impact the entire southeastern U.S. Here it is right here. You can see it spinning off Cancun. They're already getting some of that storm now, but it's still a tropical storm. That's not going to last for long. This is from the National Hurricane Center. Look, by 2 p.m. today, it's going to be Cat 1. By 2 p.m. tomorrow, it's going to rapidly intensify to a Category 3 just off Tampa. And it still has a ways to go over some really warm water before it makes landfall there. Now, by Friday morning, it's still a Category 1 hurricane near the Macon area, and then we'll get up to Atlanta, likely a tropical storm, and then it's going to come up here into Kentucky and Tennessee and stall out over the weekend, dropping a lot. We got about 50 million Americans under some type of tropical warnings. We got the tropical storm warnings, almost all of Florida, the hurricane watches there in Tampa, hurricane warnings in red stretching up to the Macon area, and then we got tropical storm watches in yellow, and that includes parts of South Carolina and central Georgia. This storm, those are going to get extended. Here's the storm surge up to 15 feet in the Big Bend, as the governor there was saying, 9 feet, up to 9 feet in the Tampa area. On the Atlantic coast, from Daytona Beach up to Charleston, you could get 3 feet because the storm is so wide, it's grabbing the water and it's throwing it up against the coast there. Here we go, the flooding threat, 36 million Americans, and this just keeps expanding from Key West now up into Virginia. You're all in this. Atlanta could get 11 inches of rain accumulated before this is done. And as you heard the person from the state of Florida there saying, look how high the tropical storm winds are going to go. North of Atlanta, almost to Dalton, Georgia, you are likely going to experience tropical storm winds, and this is going to keep shifting. This storm is going to impact this entire region. Take a look. If you are in the Gulf Coast, but if you are in Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, and now West Virginia, and of course Florida, this storm is going to impact you. You need to start making your plan today. You need to start getting prepared. This thing is coming, and it's going to cause some problems for the next 2 to 3 days.
No, that's kind of the main headline. This is not just Florida's problem. This is something the entire southeastern U.S. needs to pay very close attention to. All right, senior meteorologist Scott Withers tracking it all. Thank you, sir.